Hey, it's finally started. Both my Trump's phone gate. And this, what that is? It's from something. But it finally got there. It's taking a while. Maybe it's Spectrum next door.
Socorro South.
Or maybe it's just Bill. I hear he's an atheist. He doesn't like saints imagery, and of course, he's a big supporter of Trump. He's not going to be honking that horn for someone who's getting the truth out about America's hijacked lifelines and a lot of stolen mail over the years. And I hear Bill hates beautiful photos too. It sure couldn't beat the Chinese, I know that. Or the Mormons. Sure couldn't beat them. VoteTruth.blogspot.com. Print these things out, wallpaper your neighborhood with them. Give me my disciples who can spend half the day trying to upload stuff like this as I'm designing more, making more videos. Come see me in person. Let's get started. Build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Get the truth out, put that first brick of truth in. That immaculate house, those 1,000 points of light. Put that first brick in right now. Make a video of your hijack call to me. Post. These people must be reported. Call up AT&T's executives. Generals, colonels. With them on speakerphone, you try to call me, and they would tell you whether they're incompetent or they're traitors by what they say about you not being able to talk to this fellow American. Here, Spectrum, excuse me, AT&T, conducting harassment methods, document their active participation in America's hijacked lifelines. No conspiracy theory here, guys. Something you can document. See that phone? That's every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and it is your American duty, your patriotic duty, to make a video of AT&T active participants in America's hijacked lifelines. 424-229-4140. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Those stealing your calls to me, AT&T, and yeah, call up those generals. If they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is after decades and decades of graphic art and me asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check, then those generals are traitors or they're incompetent. Same with AT&T's execs. Get that on video as you try to call me. 424-229-4140. Certify your mail. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. Make that video of a danger to Americans' security. Post. Here, AT&T conducting harassment techniques against a man in a wheelchair. Realize it's not just about their political, religious, and business harassment. Military-style harassment means every time you hear a backup noise, it's easily turned off next door. They're within about 6 different apartment complexes. They think it's funny that they are harassing that many people. But they're harassing you. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines right now. Your family's hijacked lifelines. 424-229-4140. Make the video, post the video. Whatever you get when you don't get me. And ask them, when else will your phone not be allowed to work because of what they are taking part in, and why are they taking part in that? Are they conducting a revolution? Get the reaction to your phone not working. Explain to them. Those hijacking my calls to MELTON, that'd be you, are worried enough about their crimes to alter phone records covered up. But we are getting that on video. Do that. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed, certified mail if you want. It gets stolen. Not one in a decade. No mail, no calls. Get AT&T and any corrupt generals you might find who don't have a good answer to me not getting a 9/11 Flight 93 check in over a decade. Get them on video. Being traitorous or being incompetent. Tell them they got to choose one or the other. See AT&T being incredibly obvious about military style harassment. Yeah, I know the military's got a whole lot of mean stuff they can do. But I'm talking about these folks who are conducting harassment techniques against 6 different apartment complexes because they don't like the fact that I've been telling the world about America's hijacked lifelines for over a decade. And I have yet to get that first 9/11 Flight 93 check call. So they're conducting harassment techniques. Oh, in coordination, last September when I got my insulin poisoning from corrupt doctors here in California, they had their loudest day yet next door. So it's coordinated. It's definitely military style harassment, the kind they use in foreign countries to overthrow countries. And guys, if they're hijacking our lifelines, so obviously, make that video. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. Whatever you get when you don't get me, post. When they're doing that so obviously, and they're stealing mail, that's a lot of mail over the past decade. Not one bit of certified mail, non-certified mail, FedEx or UPS in that decade. Make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, and post. Takes just 5 minutes to do that. And you call up AT&T's executives, Randall Stevenson on down, and you call up generals and colonels and you ask them if they don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is. After I've been asking with all kinds of imagery for over a decade, I grew on a new pair of eyes, part of my medical condition. They don't know. They're incredibly involved in the phone industry or the military industry. Or they're incredibly incompetent. Ask them which it is as you make that video of your hijack call to me and you don't show up on my call records. You have to check, see if you show up on your own. Certify that mail. It doesn't get to me. Before you send it, make a video. Come see me in person. Tell me what you think about AT&T's attempt to overthrow the government by the hijacking of our lifelines, among many other things. Post. Here AT&T conducting harassment methods in a military style, noise harassment. They can turn that noise off, especially when they're in their parking lot with 6, maybe more within earshot. 6, close proximity to 6 apartment complexes, and AT&T is using their small company, Spectrum, to harass a man in a wheelchair who's been telling you the truth about your family's hijacked lifeline. If you've got AT&T, for sure, and 150 million do. Call up AT&T, get them on speakerphone, and try to call me in front of them. Randall Stevenson and other executives, and of course any officers in the military, generals, colonels. What do you know about America's hijacked lifelines? When else will our phones not be allowed to work? Either they know all about John Milton Brady's decade plus of imagery and parable videos about America's hijacked lifelines, or they're incompetent in their business, phones or general business. They're incompetent, get them out. Get someone competent in their boots. If they are treasonous, that's the only other option. You document that with a video of your hijack call to me. Those stealing your calls to me are AT&T generals, perhaps. Word enough about getting caught for their crimes that they alter phone records covered up. Get that on video. Here is Siren 911 Flight 93, checking post on 5 424-229-4140. Can't reach me right now. And it's not a fluke, it's over a decade of me asking for 911 Flight 93 checks and not getting one. Can't reach me right now. You have no idea when else your phone won't be allowed to work. Those stealing your calls to me are worried enough about their crimes to alter phone records, cover them up. Get that on video. 424-229-4140. Every time you hear a siren, let that remind you to document America's hijacked lifelines. Stolen mail as well. FedEx, UPS. Not any bit of mail. Ask that general. Ask that AT&T executive. What do you know about this? Oh, you can find these big files as well as a whole lot of others at vote-truth.blogspot.com, printable as 4x6 photos. That's what that white part is, a 4x6 background. Print them out, hand them out, put the general's numbers on the back, the colonel's numbers, put AT&T's executives' numbers. Why are you undermining the security of America with very easily documented censorship? A lot of Americans have made videos of their hijack calls to me and watched phone records get altered in the process afterwards. They still got the videos. They still got the witnessing. Get that video going. Every time you hear that siren, tell somebody. Make a video of your hijacked lifeline. Hand them one of these files. Oh, those will fit in your wallet. 4 to a 4x6 photo. Laminate. Hand them out wherever you go. Tell everyone to document America's hijacked lifelines and dangerous folks in dangerous positions, compromising our security as a nation and as individuals. Here is Siren 911 Flight 93, check and post in 5. Those stealing your calls to me, guys, are worried enough about getting caught for their crimes, treasonous crimes, to alter phone records to cover them up. So you call up AT&T executives, you call up the generals, officers in our military. If they don't know about John Milton Brady asking for 911 Flight 93 checks for over a decade and not getting one, that's a lot of graphic art, a lot of videos like this. And not one 911 Flight 93 check either in all that time. No mail either. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. You get that on video. You get the generals deciding whether they want to be on the side of treason. AT&T as well. Or just plain being incompetent for a decade. Those stealing your calls, worried enough about the crimes to alter phone records, cover them up. Get that on video. Timestamp on your phone, number dialed. That general, that colonel, that AT&T reaction. Post. We the people must be the reporters. They're not doing their job. I have to wait on this. Some of AT&T's treasonous, thinking about conducting a revolution perhaps. Stealing America's hijacking America's lifelines, and yes, harassing a man in a wheelchair with their company, Spectrum. They next door, or perhaps the general, is taunting with this phone using high-tech toys. Either one of them, AT&T or the general, is capable of that. Make that video of your call to me with them on speakerphone. Your attempt to call me. 424-229-4140. Make that video. Post that video of whatever you get when you don't get me. And ask that general, are you incompetent with John Melton Brady asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade and not getting one? Or are you involved? Are you trying to conduct a revolution? A lot of times that happens, doesn't it? In third world countries. That general declares himself president. Is that what you are trying to do? That's that general that you're trying to call me. 424-229-4140. I may have to oh, there you go. My focus is not working at all on this. Look at that, it's like washed out. Ask that general. Is there something other generals need to do about you? Semper Fi, aim high, fly fly, win. Protect America from dangerous traitors hiding in higher offices. It will not autofocus here. Yeah, my insulin poisoning, and then I couldn't get at the hands of corrupt California doctors, and then I couldn't get decent medical treatment yet again with Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. And oh yeah, you can find that Mormons Beware wallpaper in your neighborhood. You can find a lot of this stuff, the same imagery on the internet, as well as 93 check imagery for a long time. Vote-truth.blogspot.com. Hand these out. These will fit in your wallet. Laminate, last real long. Hand them out as cards. And yes, look for the generals and AT&T's. Big 5 there as well. And it will not work on these. Print them out. Hand them out at church, at work, at school. Tell everyone. We need to know what these folks. Is West Point training, is Annapolis training traitors as generals nowadays? We want them to protect our security. They don't know what a 9/11 Flight 93 check is in their business. They are incompetent, or they are attempting to do something. That is not. Alright. Oh, Santa Monica truck had to go. "9/11 Flight 93 check and post and 5 right now," and then when you got that general or colonel or AT&T exec on their phone, on your speakerphone, hit the reaction pose. Those stealing your calls to me are word enough about getting caught for their crimes. That tells us something. That they are altering phone records covered up. Get that on video. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Carrie, who lives next to a spectrum in her city, and it is where they are conducting harassment techniques, maybe not just for Carrie, but for others. And so Carrie has printed out a whole bunch of the AT&T's Big Five. And the generals as well. She puts their numbers on the backs. And when she has a customer in her business and they want to know about that loud noise, decibel law breaking fleet of spectrum, which is AT&T. AT&T owns. AT&T owns Spectrum. When they ask about that, or they just hear a particularly loud one, she hands them a 5. I'm trying to find them. She hands them a 5 and tells them, oh, you can print out more 5s from them. These are 4x6 photos. Call up your generals, call up AT&T. They don't know about us not reaching this man with checks of America's lifelines for over a decade. They don't know about that. They are either incredibly incompetent, we can't afford them being incompetent in generals' boots, or in AT&T handling the lifelines of America. 150 million subscribers. We can't have them being incompetent, and if it's worse than that, they're involved. We don't know what they're planning. Revolution, perhaps? They want to decide who gets put in office because of the management of the internet and the phones. If they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is, call them up via speakerphone with these numbers she has put on the back of the 5s. They don't know, these executives of AT&T, these generals, these colonels, they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is after MELTON has, a decade of imagery telling America to check their lifelines. They don't know what that is. They're either very incompetent or very involved. Get them on video being one or the other. Here AT&T's harassment of a man in a wheelchair with a whole lot of 93 check imagery over the past decade, and not one 911 Flight 93 check call. Here AT&T's harassment, that's Spectrum. They are a very small company in AT&T, which has 150 million subscribers. You're one of them. You check your family's lifeline, your business lifeline, right now, 424-229-4140. Whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me, it's not going to be boring if you need the firemen, the police, and paramedics. It's money out of your pocket every day. Most important thing is that lifeline. So you call up Randall Stevenson, CEO of AT&T, and the executives of AT&T. Oh, I've got the 5s with AT&T in them at vote-truth.blogspot.com. There, same as with the general. Call up the generals. You call up AT&T's executives. If you don't know, they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is after a decade of me asking for them with a lot of imagery and a lot of videos. Not one call yet. Those stealing your calls to me are worried enough about getting caught for their treasonous crimes that they alter phone records to cover them up. Doesn't do much good when millions of Americans have got it on video. Make that video of whoever's in the room there with you, their family's lifeline, not working as you tried to call me. Turn around, let them make the video. It takes just 5 minutes. Of whatever you get when you don't get me. MELTON. Guy looks cool in sunglasses. Make that video, post that video. And ask that general, are you involved or are you incompetent? Ask Randall, are you involved or are you incompetent in both of their positions if they don't know about 9/11 Flight 93 checks, a decade's worth of them? That's a threat to American security, being that incompetent. So ask them. They will tell you, as you try to call me with them on speakerphone, they will tell you by their response if they are treasonous or just plain incompetent. Either way, we need some new faces in those booths. In those executive positions, America pays a lot of money to at AT&T, and they use that money to conduct harassment techniques against a man in a wheelchair, among many other things. Make that video, post that video right now. Come see me in person. Tell me what you think about America's hijacked lifelines. Show me that video you made of your hijack call to me. Get AT&T, put their numbers on the backs of 5s, and you try to call me with your family's lifeline. Ask them, are they attempting to overthrow the government by hijacking America's lifelines? No conspiracy theory here, guys. It's documentable. Those stealing your calls to me are worried enough about their crimes to alter phone records to cover them up. You get AT&T on speakerphone in person, you try to call me in front of them, you ask them, are you conducting a revolution, AT&T? Get their reactions, Randall Stevenson, CEO on down, all of the executives. Get their reaction, post. Certified mail as well to show you it's not just AT&T. Make a video of the mail first, it's going to be stolen. And look for those generals who you can ask, are you conducting a revolution? Because those are the tactics. Stealing mail, stealing internet, hijacking lifelines. Tactics that are used to overthrow foreign governments. Are you practicing those tactics here? Get their reaction to you trying to call me and not knowing when else. Your phone won't be allowed to work. Generals and AT&T compromising America's security. Get it on video. A Gail hears AT&T's harassment noise at her business, and it reminds her outside, oh, they can turn that off. And in their own parking lot, very secure parking lot that has a gate up front, they should. They're in close proximity to 6 apartment complex, very close proximity. They choose to deafen anyone nearby who might be conducting truth. Parables. Getting the world truth. They want to conduct harassment techniques, and Gail, when she hears that, she is reminded at her business to try to call me. 424-229-4140. She tries to call me. MELTON. John Melton Brady. New Nikon, it will not focus. And Yeah. She gets that boring thing, phone ringing, error message, busy signal, and she says to the camera, making the video, that when she's calling up countless other customers and gets that, she doesn't know. And some folks' business is politics. Business is politics. She doesn't know if it's AT&T's monopoly, AT&T, conducting business censorship, or they're actually not there. So she calls up AT&T's executive, Randall Stevenson's on down. She calls up generals. She calls up colonels. And she asks them, what do you know about John Melton Brady asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for over a decade and not getting one? She demonstrates by calling me with them on speakerphone. 424-229-4140. General, what's happened to all the mail sent to Melton over the years? Are you involved or are you incompetent? If you're involved, you're conducting treason, General. And Randall. And if you're incompetent, we need to get someone else in your boots. So Gail makes that video of AT&T's harassment techniques conducted very openly. And that simple video, 9/11 Flight 93 check video, which points out their danger to the security of America. Same with the generals. Make that video, post that video, tell all your friends to do the same. Oh, you can find January Trump's phone gate and the 28,000 photos. Hit the boxes to the right on Daffodilia there. I hope you can read it. Hand them out to your friends. Say, certify your mail to this guy. FedEx, UPS, make that video of the mail before you send it. And make that 5-minute video of what you get when you don't get him and you don't know when else you're going to get that or why else. Political, religious, or business censorship. Make that video of truth, Gail. Tell everyone else to do the same.